What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends? This is Coach E on behalf of Perfect Time Fitness and Meal Prep. We are accepting new clients on both sides. Now, on that personal training side, we are located at Fit Circuit. That is 22141 Rockside Road, Bedford Heights, Ohio, 44146. Now, we do offer one-on-one personal training, group training, one-on-one boxing cardio class. That is noon every Saturday, sports-specific training, and weight loss. On that meal side, we do offer personalized meal prep, catering, charcuterie boards, fresh fruit and vegetable juicing. Now, for us to get in touch with you and for you to get in touch with us, reach out to us on www.perfecttimefitness.com and sign up for those things previously mentioned. We are waiting to hear from you and can't wait to hear from you. Thanks for reaching out in advance. Peace.
Break.
Every single person listening right now is welcome to another episode of Coach E Game for All Seasons, brought to you by Perfect Time Fitness with your boy Coach E, local neighborhood high school football coach, local neighborhood high school track coach, local neighborhood high school basketball coach. Also, most importantly, co-CEO El Presidente at Perfect Time Fitness and Meal Prep, head trainer at Perfect Time Fitness, www.perfecttimefitness.com. Check this podcast out on the go, download it, and when you get home, watch it on YouTube, Coach E's YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, share. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Now, everybody, two assistants all the time that helps me with this thing. Left hand, my right, left hand side. I got Indian Hat Zen. What up, Indian Zen?
What's up? First place. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Mr. Taboo Timmons. I know you such a Skip Bayless fan.
Uh-oh.
You gonna watch his last show?
Hell no. You know, funny story about that is I felt bad. I ain't watched it so long. So I went to tune in the other day and I was like, where the hell the show at? So then I just found out today, a few hours ago, that he got canned. I just found it out, man. He ain't even addressed it as his last show.
He did on
waited
X.
to he did it at the very last second. It was Friday. He did it at the tail end. It was like, this will be my last show. And that was it.
Man, what they gonna
no
do
swan
now, though?
song, no farewell.
Right. Is it over? Like the whole thing?
It better be.
Them cats too much money.
Yeah, I'm surprised it lasts this
too
long.
Much money. I think they're gonna come up with a new iteration of it.
Yeah, it's like they always got reruns in the chamber. Though. They just tell other guys, we're going to keep y'all on a long ass time. So, what is it, Nick Wright? White Nick? I saw White Nick on in his spot the other day. I was like, man, what are you doing?
Oh, word.
Yeah, but it's like,
okay.
they just.
It's with Chris Broussard and all them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show been around, though. They just moved the time, that's all.
It seemed like it'd be on forever. Like, they always have something in the chamber ready, because a couple times they didn't show Undisputed a couple times, so they just put something in the spot. I remember seeing you used to watch Sports Center for hours. Why the hell was you watching Sports Center all down? It'd be on from 7:30 to 1.
I wasn't alone. Exactly. I wasn't alone.
I swear, I used to watch that shit probably about 3 times in a row just because. It then take a break, go to another channel, and then turn back to it like I didn't just see it 3 times in a row.
Right. That stuff on more than the news. It's just Sports Center just coming on. Yep. Ridiculous.
Okay, so I was just wondering, because I knew you hadn't been watching it, so I was wondering if you actually knew he had his final show. That's all. So, but what's good, fellas?
Skip finally being off the air. That's excellent. Shit, I'll take it. On the right hand side, I got raccoon tail microphone B Sizzle with the green light in the background. Go Bearcats. What's up, B Sizzle? You on mute,
Boy, on
B.
mute.
I on mute. Oh, okay, there we go, man. Green light for the show, man. I put green because I'm showing off these lights. But yo, man, let me tell y'all something. Crazy thing happened today. I was gonna say something else, but this was crazy. So I'm at the gym, right? That took the cake because I was at the gym. I finally made the gym.
Oh
I'm going,
shit.
I'm going in. I mean, I'm up there like, yeah, I'm working out, feeling good. A bead of sweat came down, one bead of sweat. I was like, yeah, man. So my phone started blowing up. It's mama, and I'm in the middle of my set. I'm like, I'm gonna call it back. She called back again. I'll call you back, mom. I'm trying to finish this set. I'm motivated. So CJ called. I'm like, oh hell, what's going on? So as CJ called, I pick up the phone. At the same time, I look at the weather. The weather looking crazy. So they're like, it's a tornado on the ground. It's a tornado. I'm like, man, because we like self-proclaimed meteorologists. So we be looking at the clouds, everything. So I'm like, man, it's all right. So I look outside. Now, mind you, I'm on Richmond and Wilson Mills. I look outside, I don't see nothing. I'm like, it looked like a little something. So I say, let me walk outside. In my workout, walk outside, talk to mama. She cussing me out. Like, where you at? Get home, get home. She's like, the sirens is on. So I looked to my right. It's like nothing. Clear sky. Look to the left. All hell is breaking loose to the left. I see it rolling in. So I still stand there. I'm looking at it, just identifying the clouds. I'm looking. Then, man, I get in the car. So I'm like, I call Nikki. I'm like, yeah, Nikki, I say, they say take cover. Then all the sirens go off on the phone. It's like, take cover now. But I still don't see no tornado. So I'm like, all right, I think I'm going to go to Micro Center. And she was like, no, maybe just come on home. So I said, well, I'm close to picking up Christian. So I swing by the daycare. They getting ready to take shelter. I'm like, but it ain't really doing nothing. Man, all hell broke loose. The rain came in the sheets. I run to the car with her like a football. We get in the car, right? So that ain't the crazy thing. I'm driving, man. This is like zero visibility. Driving. So I turn down this one street. I'm like, yeah, I take this little shortcut. Dude, trees start getting sucked up out the ground, snapping in half. And I'm like, I call mama. So I had this idea. I'm like, let me have mama tell me, guide me at home. I don't know how she was going to do that from the news. I'm like, tell me where it's at. She's like, it's a pink sail over there by you. So I turned down the street, man. All of a sudden, I felt like Bill Paxton. Man, I felt like I was on Twister. I was like, I got debris. I got debris. Man, stuff starts spinning. It starts spinning, starts smacking the car. I was like, I got rotation. So I'm trying to get through. Man, I'm in the middle of the damn thing. I am in the middle of it. It's spinning. I mean, I'm telling you, it's like a movie, like trees snapping. I'm like, oh hell. Christian all fired up, so I'm trying to keep her calm. I'm like, we storm chasers, baby. So yeah, I get behind somebody. They driving slow. Man, it was crazy. So we made it home though, man. It was crazy. It was pandemonium. And it was like driving through a war zone, but we made it home. God is good. We good. There was a flood, and then Nikki had to come back out once it was down. She took the same path. She was like, "Oh my God, y'all drove through this!" Like she's seeing all the trees and the river. They blocked off roads, everything, man. But yeah, that was my little adventure for the day. So, excuse me if I'm a little wound up because it was exciting.
Zen, you see what happened to the earth whenever B go to the gym? Stay out the damn gym, B. If that's what we're gonna get tornadoes and shit. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. So something was wrong as I was actually working. I was in that boy feeling good. I got the hitting sets and switching machines. It was a full body workout, too.
Hey, what sets was you doing? What machine?
Man, I started, of course, I started with the cardio. So I hit the little elliptical, hit the treadmill. I put it on like a 10 to 12 incline. So then I get off, get the heart rate going. I start with the legs. I throw about 250, go up to 300 on the legs. Then I work the gut. Then I work the back. Then I start hitting the little chest press like, it just felt good. Then I start hitting the little barbells. I know they was looking at me like, what the hell is he on? Because I was just like, ah. Switched up the machines again. Did the little back thing, man. I was just, man, it felt good though, because I hadn't been in a while. Because today I was like, man, I'm going to the damn gym. I'm determined. I say I gotta go. It's been months, bro. It's been months, and I could tell I lost. Like I ain't buff, but I ain't no little dude either. I could tell I lost a little bit of strength. So I was like, it just felt good.
Hey, you ain't give us no tagline, brother.
Yeah. Oh shit! I was
all this. Man. I'm like, man, I'm waiting.
That's what Zia was waiting for. I'm like, he just got this. Well, what else? Then I'm looking Zia. I'm out of story. Like, let me stop talking. It's not your boy, but your favorite grown ass man and storm chaser, Mr. Taboo Timmons, and I'm here. And we got some stuff to talk about. We got a couple things. So, what's on tap for the day, fellas?
Yeah, who gonna start this thing off? Who gonna get it rolling?
Who gonna start this thing off? I start this thing off. I got a couple things to start this thing off, but y'all gotta tell me if I'm talking too much because I'm gassed up, man. I'm riding in the middle of tornadoes out here on these streets.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So
that boy talking like he had a line of white powder before he started.
Man,
it's showtime. It is showtime.
Get that Ric Flair. Woo! Man, you drive in the middle of a tornado, man, you just be like, yeah. So I got some. I'm calling. You know you in trouble when, right? So you know you in trouble when. I'm gonna just do two for the day. I'm gonna start out. You know you in trouble when a bunch of people blow up your phone, your Instagram, your Facebook, everything with highlights of damn practice of Deshaun Watson, Sherlock Holmes sidekick throwing a touchdown pass in practice. Coachy, don't send me no damn shout outs from practice because LeBron James hits every free throw in practice. Brownie was a beast in practice. Klay Thompson will hit every 3-pointer in practice. It's practice. I'm getting excited from the receiver core, but don't show me no one damn pass of Deshaun Watson throwing nothing in practice. What do you have to say about yourself to defend yourself, E? It's damn practice.
I did that.
And it's one throw. Yes, it was you. It was you. It was my two sons. It was friends, neighbors, relatives, everybody. Look, see, he worked that too. It wasn't you, Zen. You innocent.
No. It wasn't E. It was you actually who sent that video, and you had the tagline Watson. That's why I was like, you getting confused, man.
Nah, bro.
You who sent it to
I got
us.
the proof. I sent it. I rerouted it to E to talk trash to set up for this because he said he tagged me on it. I got the proof right here.
He tagged you on it.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna say, Chad, send this to your pops. So both my sons sent it to me, and they're like, yeah, look, watch it. Oh, and there's no damn room on the bandwagon. You remember saying that, E?
Absolutely.
Defend yourself, your actions, please.
Yeah, so I don't remember doing that. That might have been some other guy you got me confused with. Or it could be the same guy Zen got me confused with, dude that run a 100-meter dash. And I don't know, man. I never hit send on my phone. I never did nothing like that. I was just watching the highlights and said, oh, man, that was a decent ball. Looked like a ball that's better than Baker had thrown. So let me go ahead and send this over to a Baker fan, see how it measures up. I just was looking for input, your opinion. You know, it wasn't no flossing or nothing. Just like you said, ain't no room on the bandwagon. You can't get on. So I was just showing you, seeing what your opinion was. Is that good enough?
Well, just do me a favor and send one when they don't have marshmallows on their damn head. They running around with marshmallow helmets with these big ass, marshmallows and mushroom cap helmets. Send me some when they in full gear pads out there running and playing a real damn game. Don't show me no practice, man.
Oh, well, I ain't going to send it to you because you're going to be watching it live and it's going to get under your skins. You'll be like, damn, I was all wrong about this dude. He is actually freaking good. So that's what's going to happen. I ain't got to send you shit. You're going to see it up close and personal.
For the record, I want to see him do it. And look, I'm getting excited about the receiving core. Like, we got 5 stud receivers, like, that's ready to go. Njoku, He gonna lead all tight ends this year. He gonna be a beast. We got Tillman out there looking good. Judge Judy looking good. Coop. What's my man from last year? The concussion boy,
Elijah.
Eli. Yeah, Eli. Yeah, Elijah. He looking good. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's like soft serve. It's like a volley. It's an alley oop for Watson to do good. All he gotta do is keep the balls out the dirt. That's all he gotta do. He do that and stay his frail ass on the field with them hot dog bones. Then we'd be okay.
He ain't too frail. He got up to about 215 this year, man. He put on a little bit of weight.
How much weight is that?
He put on about an extra 5. He was about 210. But it
No
ain't no
Evan
Evan.
Mobley.
That's what I was about to say. It ain't no Evan Mobley 5.
I was
You
gonna
can't
say.
tell nothing Evan Mobley did. And I'm so glad that you never brought up him getting the extension, because there's not enough censor buttons on this damn show to cover up what I want to say about him getting a damn extension. But whatever.
Not just him, baby. Not just him,
Oh, I
baby.
know.
The boys are back in town.
Worst.
Yeah.
That was my worst fear, and it came true. Well, since we're here, we might as well just dive into it. Why in the hell? I can kind of understand the Evan Mobley thing, because if you want to go by the books and how the league does things, he's young. They want to show that they're invested in him, so they want to tie him up for the foreseeable future. And the money that's going around in the NBA just happens to be sky high money. So he happens to qualify for a max deal, so they presented it to him. But you cannot tell me that he earned half of that damn deal. There is nothing Evan Mobley has done from the time that he got drafted until now to warrant him a super max deal, except for the way I just explained, the way the NBA does business. Without that being in his back pocket, that little man should not have gotten anything. He ain't earned it. He ain't earned nothing. He's not the best player on the team. He's never been the best player of the team. He's not even a big threat on the team. Yeah, okay. Defensively, he blocks shots. Ooh, you're 7'1" with a 7'9" wingspan. If you don't block shots, you should be crucified or shot in the balls. But until he does something to create his own shot, be the man that everybody wants him to be, him and Donovan could be a nice 1-2. But you know why he can't? Because he's soft. He is soft. He is soft, and he is soft. Did I mention that he was soft? So until he grows up, I'm not going to give him no credit for no max extension or nothing. He going to have to prove it to me. The same way you feel about Deshaun Watson and his money, that's how I feel about Evan Mobley and his punk-ass money. Take the money back. Come on, Kobe. Was you drunk? Had to be.
Now, what you say last week, this is the going rate. And first of all, that is not an average going rate for Watson, but we're going to come back to that. You said it's the average going rate in NBA today. They getting paid like them NFL boys and vice versa. This is the average going rate for okay players. Hell, Draymond, Mr. Triple Single, got $100 million of them things, 100 million of them things. Yeah. So E. Mobley could come out there and he can get this contract. Hell, Darius Garland got a 5-year, $200 million before everybody was getting paid. So look, and that's why sad. Not? Why not? But that's why you got to run it back with Allen, because Allen makes Mobley look good. He makes Mobley look good. I bet you we're going to get more on this investment than the Browns got with Watson. And since you defended Watson last week so much, at least Evan Mobley has contributed more than Watson. And they're the same weight, by the way. They're the same exact weight. So if you're going to call Mobley frail, you got to call Watson frail.
Well, seeing the fact that Evan Mobley is 7 foot 215, that's horrible. He might as well be a goddamn pencil. Number 2, that is. That son of a bitch is so frail, he don't want nothing to do with the paint. Everything he does is outside the paint, but he can't play outside the paint. It's an oxymoron. He can't dribble. He can't shoot. He can't create. He's not quick enough on the perimeter to get past anybody. The boy's just stuck. He's stuck
outside the paint.
He's stuck where the whole team is. Purgatory. He ain't getting better. He ain't getting worse. He just been the same since the sophomore year in high school.
You know he averaged 9.4 rebounds a game last year.
Okay, I'm talking about offensively. In the paint. Offensively. He's doing nothing in the paint. His game is not, it's just not. His game is, you can't even describe his game. Give me a person in the NBA now or previously in the NBA that you can compare Evan Mobley's game with.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh hell no! You're
And I
drunk.
see why Giannis even said it himself. He got the attributes and he'll get stronger, but and he got to get more confidence in handling that ball. But even Giannis was like, yo, he's like me when I was coming up. So he got the potential to become Giannis Antetokounmpo. Tell
He's
me why not?
nowhere because he's nowhere near aggressive as Giannis. Their games are two totally different things. Giannis will run circles around Evan Mobley. Even when he was a youngster, his aggressiveness, Giannis stood out.
He was
Nothing
definitely more aggressive. Yeah, definitely.
Nothing Evan Mobley does stands out except, once again, I'll give him credit for the defensive end and blocking shots. But other than that, don't nothing stick out about his game. He don't have one attribute that you can just be like, okay, we know we're going to get this out of him offensively. You can't even say that. You just can't rely on it.
9.4 rebounds a game, 15.7 points, 1.4 block shots. I mean, and he could move the rock. So he can
He can
stretch
move
the
the rock
floor.
where?
Yeah, he could throw some assists. He was throwing 3.2 dimes last season.
Oh, wow.
3.2 for your big man to big man connection. Plus, in that paint, he was a runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. We can't forget,
Once
and that's
again,
also because
I'm not
Allen.
taking nothing. I'll keep giving him the credit defensively and blocks. I'll give him that credit. Not taking that away from him. Everything else, taking it all away from him because he don't have it.
But that's the lowest stat on the stat line. You giving it to him for the lowest stat in the stat line.
Absolutely.
So you ain't giving them nothing on those 9.4 rebounds a game.
You're
Those don't count.
7-1. If you
He got him
can't
listed
rebound,
6'11".
he's
Wait,
not
hold
6'11.
on. They got him
If you
listed
can't,
6'11" right here.
if you can't rebound at 6'11, you're really trash. He's just decent, but if you can't rebound at 7 foot, you're trash. So I can't give him no credit on what he's supposed to be doing.
He doing that with another big on the floor. So just imagine, like, we didn't have that other big, but we need him because to me, Jared Allen makes him that much better. Like, he's just that much better with Allen on the floor. Even though it's good to separate them sometimes, but they work better together. And the proof is in the pudding, man. I say no more. I don't know why you was surprised. I told you it was coming.
So it's kind of similar, and I'm gonna show you how I'm such a professional on the Segway game. So the way this thing worked out with the Cavs and that Jared Allen signing that contract extension, that makes him more tradable, in my opinion. Which leads me to the Amari Cooper. That's why they didn't want to give him any more years on his deal. They just wanted to bump the money up, which is kind of making him kind of accessible to be traded. We don't know what's going to happen on these next couple days, the next couple hours. It's a possibility. Nothing's set in stone, but it's a reason why all this talk is going on. They want to get younger at the position. So that sign that they did with Jared Allen via the Cavs, I think that just helped us make him more tradable, if not soon, definitely by the trade deadline in the season coming up. Because I don't see them doing anything if you just holding court and keeping the big four that you call them together. That's a lot of pressure on Kenny Atkinson. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do with that. He can try and space it out, but we don't have the personnel to space it out. Not with that starting five that you love so much, because you can't space it. You can't put Evan Mobley on a perimeter. You just can't. You can't put him in the paint because he's not a dominant player in the paint. So that's dilemma number one.
You ain't got to put him all the way. I mean, you can put him for a nice 15 to 18-foot jumper.
He can't shoot.
He'll definitely hit that. Allen can shoot. Kenny Atkinson gonna bring that out of Allen. I've seen it before.
Cannot shoot.
Allen can shoot. I'm telling you,
Stop saying this.
Wait, you know what? The bandwagon full, man. Now the reverse bandwagon full of feeling, man, because Allen can shoot. I'm telling you. And then we got Strus coming back. He gonna have a better year. This will be his second year. Of course, we know what Spider do. And then GG.
What about fat ass? What he gonna do?
I don't know. He let
eat himself out the city again.
Is he still here?
Unfortunately, I think Amani Bates gonna get his minutes. He better at least.
Yeah, Bates got to prove himself, man. He ain't really. I know you gonna say he need more time, but they talking about bringing back.
He don't need more time. He need to play.
He didn't look impressive in summer league.
No, that's what I'm saying. He mediocre in summer league. He's supposed to be killing. He had a couple good games, but
who you talking about?
He got your boy Predator Bates.
Man, he just need to play. He needs to play. He's a very, very active basketball player that can get buckets. whenever you need him to get buckets. I
He
see
get buckets
he
in
needs.
preschool, high school, in the
No,
pros. He ain't getting no buckets.
he's a bastard because he ain't get no damn minutes.
He got a
Because of
couple
who?
minutes.
Your uncle JB. Your uncle JB didn't play him like Zen accused Steve Kerr of not playing Tatum on purpose. That's the
No,
same damn thing.
It wasn't on purpose. He didn't play him.
well, now they spread out.
Yeah, and we see how Jason Tatum has been playing this
He
Olympic
was
game.
1 for 5 this last one.
This son of a bitch is playing like Evan
He dropped
Mobley.
10 though. He did drop. Whoa.
I don't
He
care.
Did drop 10.
He
other
deserved
day.
to play. I don't care what he doing. He deserved to play.
Derek
There's
White
enough time
is more valuable than Jason Tatum on this team.
I don't care.
Give Jason Tatum 12 minutes. Sit his ass down.
It don't matter. Just don't bench him. That was my point the whole time. There's enough time in 40 minutes against inferior competition for them to play 12 players. Plenty enough time. It can be done. But we're not going to rehash last week.
Yeah.
Go ahead and keep it going.
I feel both of y'all on that one. But go ahead, man. We don't talk about that. Oh, wait. So where we at? Where we at? Oh, I did have another one, though. You know you in trouble. This one real quick.
Number 2.
You know you in trouble when they play the diss track Kendrick Lamar at Disney World. They had a parade to They Not Like Us. And
That's
then
nice.
and it was double down terrible because I'm thinking they're gonna bleak out the pedophile part. They ran it back twice.
Yes.
So this is first of all the greatest diss track of all time. Greatest K. Lamar song of all time. I know how you feel, Zay. I know you won't agree. We'll agree to disagree. But this has reached not only Disney World, but the world. I seen a Jamaican chick flowing over the beat, playing it. This is everywhere. This is officially it's even in space. True story. So that's what I'm saying. Look, man, you in trouble, man. So Drake, I don't know how Drake bounced back from this, man. It make J. Cole look that much smarter though. To just bow out when you playing against a maniac, man. Because I keep polling people on that. Zen, you were so strong with J. Cole tapping the mat, but knowing where this ended up, you say he ain't smart.
You know when you will find out when he drops an album.
But at this point, who could drop an album?
Let's wait until the fall off come out. Let's see what the fall off do, and we can revisit that conversation.
Okay,
because Drake the first one to download that joint too.
Oh yeah, people gonna download it. Can't wait to see what they say.
Yeah, I can't wait either because Drake right now he can't. His cameo sucking everything.
So let's just rehash that for like 5 minutes. Help me understand how like J. Cole is a bad person. Or like a bad artist now because he didn't want to do that. I still can't get y'all's logic.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I because if that ain't in his spirit, and plus, you wrestling in the mud with a pig, like to see what Kendrick Lamar did ultimately to Drake. Like it was a good battle till this song, but he knew what he was capable of, and he knew he didn't have it. That was not his fight.
Okay.
So I respect him for knowing himself.
And that's all fine and. Okay, my bad. You was breaking up on my end, but
you just broke up too.
Okay, look, I don't know how this thing gonna sound, but hey, that's all fine and dandy. Just don't say you the greatest of all time. See, everything preceding to him dropping out. If you go back and listen to those raps, go listen to the recipe verse on Lil Yachty. Go listen to what he was talking about.
He be howling.
I might delete this later. Everything where he was talking about, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest one. How you gonna duck competition and call yourself to be the greatest one? That's been my point from jump. So I'm gonna stand on that.
Nice
you
rebuttal.
You received the merits for that.
I just still can't.
You will not. You can't call yourself the greatest.
He got a
and
point,
not go up against the head man.
He got a point. That's like Brian backing down on some competition right now. Brian GOAT, but Brian back down. You be like, man, okay.
I guess I know how to compartmentalize that stuff and keep that separate. That's not like LeBron backing down. If that was the case with LeBron backing down competitively in a sporting contest, absolutely, I could see that.
Right. Yeah.
We're talking about rapping. He's still one of the best lyricists of all time. He still makes great music. Just because he didn't answer to a diss track does not change the fact of his music being good and his lyrics being the shit. That doesn't take away anything with that. So
Yeah.
I can't
Right.
hold that
Proclaim
against
yourself
them.
to be. Oh yeah,
Why?
you can't
Why
proclaim
can't
yourself to
you?
be the greatest. You can't
Why?
go around and
Right.
proclaim yourself to be the greatest if this man is saying he's the greatest and he's challenging you and you
Yeah.
say, nah, man, I can't do it.
It's two things what y'all saying. See, Zen saying the greatest, and you switched us. You saying one of the greatest. You saying
Regardless
one
if
like
if he says the greatest or not, that doesn't change
That
his
doesn't mean
music. It
can
just
he?
doesn't.
So as a fan,
because you've
can he?
been coming on tracks being aggressive, talking about nobody can touch you.
Yeah.
And when
Right.
somebody steps up, you back it down.
So that
That's like
changes his
Kruger
music? That makes
coming
no
and stepping
sense.
to you.
That
Well,
doesn't
it
Nah,
change his music
it
and his
it
point
depends.
and his bars. That none of that changes. It's still
It
a fact
depends.
that he has some of the hardest bars in the game. Period. No
Right.
matter what anybody says to him, that's not going to change his
okay,
bar
you just not the
and
greatest.
his
That's been my point
creativity.
from jump.
Yeah. He's
You
still
just
a
not
good
the greatest.
artist. Right. But
Yeah,
like
you just not the
it
greatest.
depends
You're not,
what you
Okay,
coming
so
to
what? He's
listen
not the
for.
you're not
greatest.
what you've sold yourself to be as. That's
Right.
what
He's
basically. That's all I'm saying. You not what you sold yourself to be as.
It's
This is
what
not
you
the
take away from
presentation.
his music. Do you take
Yeah,
away because his
this is what
music
you've been presenting.
it's
first of all,
flamboyant. Like it is flamboyant. But what you listen for, E, like when you listen to J. Cole, what you take away from it? Like you take away that braggadocious, I'm the shit, or you like his love songs, because he two different artists within the same. You know what I mean? Like he boasts, yeah, I'm the golden greatest. But then he also make good music. He do make good songs. You don't take away from the good songs. But now, as Zen said, you can't look at him the same, bragging the same way on the braggadocious songs.
but you can because he's still going to have the lyrics to back it up. Just
But
because
is
he
it GOAT
didn't.
status?
It ain't gonna be
Yes.
ghost
Well, to
status.
me,
No,
Jay-Z is the GOAT, so he never was my
no,
GOAT,
no,
but
no. We
that
talking
doesn't
right
change
now. Right
anything.
now in this game, he proclaimed to be the greatest of
Mm-hmm.
all time in this crop of MCs, and he come talking that stuff. I gotta dismiss it.
So bar
Like,
for
bro, you
bar.
had a chance to. You had your chance to put
So
your
if he
stamp and be
so
the greatest of all time. You could beat Kendrick out here in these streets right now. You had the opportunity to.
so
For people to
so
look at you just like they look at Kendrick Lamar right now, and you chose not to. I can no longer look at you in that light no more.
so
You are
if
not
he would
what
have
you told me. No,
so if he would have answered and you didn't like his diss songs, you would still have the same tone, right? That he's
that's a
not the GOAT.
Ferrari with a V6 engine right now. That's how because
But that's a
Wow.
good question, E.
That's
But that's a good
unbelievable.
question though, because that's why I keep polling people to see, was he smart to bow out knowing what Drake's fate was? Because Drake before this, I think Drake lost a lot of stock going
I
going into this
still
battle. You know
I
what I
still
mean?
look
Like
at Drake the same. I ain't lost no respect or
really,
nothing for Drake. It's freaking music. It's not going to change the artist and the music. So whatever somebody says in a diss, but even when Nas made Ether, yeah, he got the best of Jay-Z. That didn't change Jay-Z. He still made great music. That didn't change my opinion on him just because he lost
that's a
in a
good point.
song battle. So that's the part, like, in the sports thing, like I said,
Yeah,
yes, I totally get if somebody backs down and like, no, I ain't playing him, or no, but
right.
in music, the facts are not going to change. Either you're a good artist and you're going to be one of the greatest, or you're just not good. So whatever
But
somebody
this is this
says
for it.
against you in the song or a battle, and you don't make a good enough diss track in the battle, I still like Mob Deep, and Pac did them wrong. So am I supposed to not like
hell,
Mob
Jay-Z
Deep and
killed their
say,
career.
yeah, but I still like them though?
Ja
So
Rule got killed
Both
by
good
50
points.
Cent.
Ja
and
Rule
Ja
really
was
got
still
killed by 50.
Ja
It
was
was
still
over.
good at what he did. Name another rapper singer dude that made something out of himself like that
And
besides Drake nowadays.
But
it
it was a
wasn't the
sleep. It
same.
was a big decline on Ja Rule. It's like people didn't take him serious anymore. And what was funny is 50 actually took his style, talk shit, and then did the same thing. Like
Yeah,
what people ain't really realized. But then after that, Ja Rule
Candy
even
Shop.
had, yeah, exactly. But Ja Rule had trouble selling after that. Like it did kill his career. I can't say that that's gonna happen to J. Cole or Drake because y'all both bring up good points. But that's their sport. Like you said, if LeBron back down in a basketball game, that's their basketball game. That's their sport. Hence the first person shooter. They in the arena talking shit like we the greatest, brothers, big three. So that is their sport.
And on that first person shooter, he could tell he didn't want he didn't fear Drake because he even said it in the interview.
Hollering.
He said, "I wanted to go at dude. I wanted him to know that I was."
That was a 1v1. That was a 1v1 right there. Yeah.
And then here it is. Do. The boogeyman comes, and you go running scared. Hey man, that's what I say. Hey, we go look like I told you before. The contrast of opinions. That's what makes us such a great team. Look,
I just
that was
can't
Jordan
understand.
versus Brown right there. That was Jordan versus Bird. You know what I mean? All the above, man. That was them battling. But then with the boogeyman, that's a good point because he jumped out. He like, no.
I guess. I just can't see it like that.
He was smart though, because and last thing, and then we can move on. Like last thing. So to bow out gracefully or fall on your sword. You know what I mean? To die in the war, in the battle. What do they call it? A soldier's death. So Zan, you say a soldier's death would have been better to just go out there, get your ass whooped, and
if you say you that dude, you've got to battle, man. You've got to go to war, man.
I guess.
Man, great rap battle movie, man.
If it was like Kendrick Lamar, I'm trying to think. Like, let's say Nas went at Andre 3000 instead of Jay-Z. And 3000 like, man, nah, I'm cool. I can get that. I'm cool.
Why is that different?
I'm about to finish. 3000 ain't never been on here talking about he the GOAT, he this, that. He ain't no MC can do this to this to this to him. He just made great music. If J. Cole was just continuing to make great music and never came out and started self-proclaiming himself to be something that he wasn't trying to be, then, I could respect that. But so when they came at him, if say Kendrick Lamar came at him and he never had these songs on tops of songs where he's talking about he the greatest, and he came at him and he could say, nah, that ain't me, I don't get into that, none of that. I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's J. Cole's lane right there. But no, that ain't it. That ain't the lane that he chose to be in.
Yeah, you can't talk that. You can't talk that and back down. Hey man, watch Body, man. Y'all never watch movies, man. Watch Body, man. Ben Grimm versus Adam. That was one of the greatest battle rap movies next to 8 Mile.
That sounds.
Well, they had the same problem.
That sounds like Tubi's finest. That's what that sounds like.
Man, it was a good movie, but it was the same thing. Yeah, it's called Body, man. Like Ben Grimm was the stuff. Adam was started out as a reporter, found a love for battle rap. He was white, and he got in all the battles. But then he moved up to they had to battle each other, man, and they was friends. But not after, boy, that battle was ferocious. So go on and watch it, man. You would appreciate it, man. All my movie buffs, watch Body. Ben Grimm versus Adam.
All right, so let's keep this train moving.
All right. Look,
oh my bad. You got something, Zin?
No, go for it.
I need both of y'all's opinion on this. So y'all know we here locally in Cleveland, and we got this so-called battle of the stadiums going on between the city and the Haslam group. Somebody help me understand why the city of Cleveland does not like to be forward thinking, and like when everything is already like said and done, because like I said before, Haslam is getting this dome, whether the city of Cleveland likes it or not. But what made them try to buck back the way they did, knowing it was over already, when they could have already initially accepted his first offer when he was trying to do all that stuff on the lakefront? But now all of a sudden they want to counter with a offer to help him do stuff on the lakefront. Is that just like a loser's bow out? You know what I mean? Like it just makes no sense to me that now everybody in this, well, I don't want to say everybody, but the majority of the older generation and stuff like that, probably let's say about 50 and up, is very upset about this dome going to Brook Park because they talking about how so many jobs is going to be leaving the city of Cleveland, and the restaurants and stuff downtown is going to suffer and all this stuff. And it makes no sense. They don't like domes. But how do you not see that this is being created to create more jobs in Cleveland? And it's still going to be action downtown because they're still going to do the renovation or the creation of the lakefront project, which is still going to bring people downtown. But I don't understand. Can y'all help me understand what I'm missing? Am I missing something from the city of Cleveland and how upset they are about this? Shouldn't they be embracing this with open arms?
Yeah, I'm a little confused too because I saw at first I saw they was coming with like 460 million
Yeah.
towards the project. Then I heard they was going to Brook Park, and then I saw Bibb on TV talking about they about to finally develop the lakefront property. But in that development model, they had the stadium redid too. So it's confusing.
Because Bibb in the city and his cronies wants Haslam to stay in that broke down, horrible stadium. But for people that's not from Cleveland that don't know what Cleveland Brown Stadium is right now, it's a stadium on the lake. Literally, if you walk outside of the gate A of the Cleveland Brown Stadium, the ocean of I said the ocean, the lake is literally not even 50 yards away.
Right.
And not to mention how fast and horrible that thing was built just because the NFL gave us a timeline saying if we wanted the Browns back in 99, we would need that stadium there. So it was such a rush job between the city and Michael White and these construction companies. So therefore, the elements in Cleveland, the winters are very horrible here. And very horrible winters does not match up with a very horribly built stadium and the wear and tear on it. Let's just say that. So this stadium is so far gone. It's kind of like they trying to throw it in his face about the damn. Was I just about to say his name? Dude that left. Everybody hates
Our
the
model.
yes, the Art Modell law about some renter's residency clause in the contract of that stadium. But they want him to put $1 billion into renovations on that stadium, which will probably get him 8 to 10 more years at the most. And no billionaire is just going to throw billions of dollars away like that. So he's better off doing the stadium in Brook Park to just have it
Yeah.
for 40 to 50 years and get more use than 10 to 12 times a year out of that thing that you're not even getting out of the stadium. Luckily, SummerSlam was here with the
SummerSlam.
WWE.
Right.
They just left this past weekend. But do you know how many of those events you could have on the frequent and on every weekend situation if you had a dome? Like that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That so all the
They
money that
still
they
wouldn't do it.
why why they wouldn't do
They
what?
they wouldn't still have the events still, even if with a dome.
You don't think so?
You know, why is that?
Not that many, but
Cause you got Cleveland love country, man. It's a country. This is a country city, man. They love them big ass country artists come through. It's just I could actually see more events coming down. Yeah, we love country and rock and roll, and them the people that's packing them stadiums like that.
Final
So
fours. Just
yeah,
but
like
it's
it could
Brook
be
Park
some.
though.
I hate Brook
Yeah, but
Park. I
they
hate Brook Park. That's
on
What's
top
up
of
with
the
Brook Park?
dome.
That's
On
that's not the city of Cleveland still, is it?
yeah, it's the west side of Cleveland, ain't it?
It's actually the city of Brook Park. It's not the city of
That's
Cleveland,
what I'm like.
but they are neighbors, and they incorporating them in with the parking stuff, with like revenue from the parking and the rebuild
Ain't
situation.
the same as it being downtown Cleveland where all
Yes,
that money.
and that I
Look,
understand, but that's why I'm saying you should have accepted this man's first offer when he offered to do that with the lakefront property revamp, and they turned that part down, saying that they only was going to put $60 million towards him, and all they wanted was that connecting bridge for the people that can walk from downtown and go to the lakefront where they're going to rebuild everything up. And he was talking about doing the stadium down there, doing the dome down there, and then doing the lakefront property thing on top of the stadium.
Yeah,
But they turned that down. So that's why he went to Brook Park and got the land. So if you the city and now you want to come back after you already turned that first offer down that he gave you, which made perfect sense. perfect sense. But the only thing, and it's happened before, they would have tried to have somewhere to have the Browns play for the years that they're building the stadium if they would have tore Cleveland Brown Stadium down on the lake. But that happens all the time, and that's just a part of growth that the city has to go through that needs to grow because the city of Cleveland does not think forward enough in order to grow enough, just like to catch up with every other city that we need to catch up with.
I will just only say this. I don't know per se when it comes to it being a football stadium. I don't know, like, I think of Atlanta. Atlanta has what Haslam is going for. They got that with the Atlanta Braves and the Battery over
Yeah.
there in Cobb County.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have like Cleveland over the course of our lifetime has taken a step back, and a lot of it is due to basically, the whole steel industry
Dying.
not being as profitable as it once was, and thus the city has taken steps back, and now pretty much what Columbus, and you could possibly say Cincinnati has passed us, but definitely Columbus has passed us up.
They are head and shoulders past us.
Yeah,
Yeah, they might be a full body.
For real, dude. And that's the problem I have with the city of Cleveland, though. Just like you said, from the time that we've grown up until now, us being full-fledged grown-ass men, the city hasn't changed.
It's changing now. It is changing. Like you go downtown, you see a new skyscraper. The skyline has changed. You see a lot of development, a lot of hotels. Cleveland Clinic is putting a lot of money. So you do see the change now. And that lakefront property should have been developed. I mean,
And that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
that should have been the
property.
first thing, period, that they should have done, and then work their way out. Like lakefront first, then work their way out.
Because it's been small developments, but lakefront is always more valuable. And it's actually pretty down there, like with a lot of potential. You got the nightclubs, those flats, they got potential. So if you build it up, because to me, it's more valuable there than Brook Park. I'm wondering people leave it down there because of the revenue that can come in. Brook Park, you're right, it's not far driving wise, but just think every time we go downtown, what we do after the game, we walk around, we go to the bars, you can go to the casino, we go to the buffet, you can go to the lake. It's all this stuff you could do now. Imagine if it's built up.
Right, but that's what he's doing in Brook Park, around the stadium.
Brook Park is known for whole stroll, man. It's the track. It's terrible on the west side, man. It still is.
I don't know if Cleveland, the city, is capable of being able to maintain. Like when that thing over in Cobb County, the only reason that's able to be going is because of Atlanta being the city that it is.
Yeah, like forward thinking, thriving, population going through the roof.
Right, you gotta have money to be able to keep funneling through, so that thing don't eventually become a ghost town. Because Cleveland done built some things up, and we done came back a few years later, and them joints be ghost towns.
Absolutely,
like got the LeBron
and that could be the case right there. If people aren't attracted to that thing, man, and their interest died down, man, it's just gonna be a stadium with a bunch of dead space around it.
You gotta develop a lot around it.
That's what I'm like. I don't know if city is able to fund something like that and keep it going.
Brook Park.
That's what I'm saying. In Brook Park, they downtown, but I don't know in Brook Park though.
But so once again, that goes back to the first offer that he offered the city of Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And he asked them for the help. But now he's like, okay, whatever. Y'all turned me down. Didn't want to work with me. I wasn't even asking y'all for 50-50. I know I'm still going to have to foot the majority of this. So now I might as well buy my own land close enough to the city where that stuff is not too far gone and just do it my way because y'all refuse to grow. Just now is the perfect opportunity to do something like that, just because of what you said, be the flats and everything. You said if
Right.
they build it, it will come. They attack the young corporate people. Nowadays,
Yep.
downtown is the young people. Exhibit A, my daughter. Everybody
Yeah.
her age is
Exactly.
down there with jobs down there that don't leave that area. So this is the perfect time for you to capitalize onto that and use that lakefront stuff. That they will keep the lakefront stuff going by themselves, and just the generation after that will see, the generation after that will see,
100%
just like
correct.
how we learned from the people like our uncles and stuff to go fishing downtown on the big rocks and stuff. That stuff lived on for generations, but this generation stopped it and they changed it to another thing, and that's just being in corporate America, living downtown, trying to revitalize the city and put money into the city, because these young people are making a lot of money downtown, man.
No, they
I
are.
don't know if a
Yeah.
lot of people notice that, but it's a lot of young people with the ages 23 to about 29 that's living and working downtown, making a lot of money, and they don't go anywhere, just like you said, B, because they can just walk bar to bar, club
Yeah.
to club, apartment to apartment. My friend lives over here on the East Bank. My friend lives over there on the West Bank, and that's why all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff is thriving. So this is the perfect time to jump on that lakefront development to get that going, because that generation is not going to leave for another 5 to 6 years, and you could take a good 2 to 3 years to build that up, and that'll be perfect timing. That way you can keep it going and then open up new eyes. Hopefully, get that. I'm not stupid or nothing and crazy. We're not going to get the Atlanta flux in here with the population, but still, those young people will start having families, and those families will be built by the lakefront and have family traditions of the lakefront, like how we did with the air show at the lakefront, stuff like
Yep.
that. I think this is just the perfect opportunity for that, but I don't know why they just don't want to pounce on it.
I think they just called they bluff though, because I think they're gonna get what they want. I think Brook Park was nothing but a bluff because it's already or if put it like this, if Bibb didn't fold, I think Bibb is gonna fold because what you just said, E. Right now, if you go downtown, you start not to recognize it because it's so much development, especially with them high end apartments. Because the
Yes,
clinic is bringing in professionals. You got professionals, and it's $2,000 and up, and they keep
yes.
putting them up and they putting them up full. People renting these boys. But
It's
back in
waiting
our
list,
day,
though.
yeah, it's wait, bruh, and it's like these ain't cheap. Like this is like some New York stuff almost. You know what I mean? For
Yeah,
Cleveland. So the
yes,
people is down there. You got the infrastructure down there. You got the casino. They built up Public Square. You got 4th Street down there. You got all this stuff. Now seal the deal and build up the waterfront because you can
yes.
charge even more money for the waterfront. It'd
And
be
they
ridiculous.
will pay.
And
This
they will pay.
generation will pay.
Bruh, man, man, let me tell you something about this generation real quick, man. Don't drink with this generation and don't go to breakfast with this generation. I think I told this before. I went with my daughter. She spent $150 on breakfast. It was breakfast. And she looking at me, Dad, why you being so cheap? And I was salty. And it was that, what was that, the Breakfast Club? Shannon, you
Yep.
know I'm talking about you. Man,
Shaker Square.
$150.
That's our
Yeah,
spot.
on breakfast, bro. And then the bottles of tequila, the Resposado, all these people come through. Man, they ain't none for them to spend $100 on some drink.
The all you can drink mimosas. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
mimosas. Great.
Yeah.
This is a whole different generation, man. They spend some money. They go to the bar, buy bottles, man. Come on, man. We still drinking plastic bottle, Jack.
So I'm gonna go with you on that story. This is the last story, real quick, Zen. So 2 weeks ago, we went out with younger cousin to a friend's birthday party. Just like you
Oh.
said, B. We was pre-gaming here at the house, drinking.
Yeah.
Went to the liquor store, bottle what? 30, 35 bucks of some tequila that you would want, a fifth, right? Good, nice
Right.
soda drink. You ain't gotta go top shelf because you at the house.
Right.
We did all that pre-gaming, and yet and still they went to the bar, to the party, and still bought bottles at the bar, and it was a $250 bottle that you could have got from
Bruh.
the liquor store for 50 bucks, but they would prefer to do that. Just like you said, B, in my mind that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but in their mind that's just a regular Saturday night.
Regular sat, bruh. Tequila is tequila to me, man. I'm sorry. I know y'all be talking about, but if it ain't a Nejo,
The
Larejo, and
reposado.
Reposado, Man, they came through with this big ass bottle. This bottle had to be $150. Like, came through the CJ house. You know, we was watching the fight that Bud Crawford lost. We gotta talk about that too another time, because them Arabs, boy.
I thought y'all was gonna get to that.
Okay, yeah, we gotta talk. Man, he lost that fight.
Y'all gonna have to do it really quick if y'all do. Really quick.
Just gotta throw one spin with the Arabs, man. The Arabs shut it down, man. How the Arab have more TV time than anybody else? What was that about?
Paid for that joint.
That's the money. He bought Eminem and made him sit next to him. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I ain't even gonna front. I fell asleep on that joint. I ain't even watched the fight. I saw Pitbull lose. I was staying awake. Next thing you know, Sharon told me turn the TV off. I was snoring, and it was 2:00. So I missed the fight. I ain't even see it.
The fight just ended at like 2:00.
And we had just got home from Martin, and I was still kind of tuned up from that. And by the way, I love Martin to death. What you say about Beverly Hills Cop Zen with this last one? Axel F.
Yeah, swing and a miss.
Hey, I love you, Martin. I love you, but just get your bag, brother, because I understand that's what you're doing. But boy, Sharon told me I was dozing in there. We'll just say that. He came out the gates hot. Good 10, 15 minutes. It was classic Martin. Then after that, I don't know where he went.
Yeah, man, that's all he had. Like, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Took me 15 years to write this 15 minutes.
Dog. Everybody was pumped too, waiting for Martin to come out. Crowd stood up, gave him a standing ovation coming out. Then everybody just started walking around, talking to everybody else.
Oh, during the set?
Oh, during the set.
Get out of here.
I'm talking about. Oh, dude. Like I said, I love you, Martin. Get your bag, brother.
No. Oh, no.
Not hating on your process.
On that note, fellas, that's the perfect way to end another great episode of Game for All Seasons. So you know what I hear? I hear that sound. You know what that means. Good pod. Hey, Coach E.
Yes, Zen.
You got a post-game word for the people.
Yes, I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Gather around, take a knee, all eyes on me. Today's word is, it's football season, y'all. It's preseason time. The Browns come on this Saturday coming up at 4:30. It is time for you to get your football season crew together and dive in. I'm so anxious. I'm so excited. The Bearcats have a scrimmage on Friday and next Thursday as well. Then that very next week is the home opener. It's just a sudden excitement that just hits the air every time football season comes around. So I hope you are as excited as I am to see Deshaun Watson prove all the haters wrong, to see the Bearcats make the playoffs and make a deep playoff run, and then see the Cavs fall on their face after that. Until then, see you next week. Win on me, win on three. 1, 2, 3.
Win!
It sounds so sweet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that I threw everybody off, including myself, I want to thank you for listening to another episode of Coach E Game for All Seasons. Now, with that being said, I will see you next week.
Thank you for tuning in to Game for All Seasons with Coach E. Remember to hit the like or subscribe button on Coach E's YouTube channel. To listen on the go, download wherever you get your podcasts. Also, make sure to follow Coach E on Instagram, X, and TikTok at BigF216. Contact us at www.perfecttimefitness.com for one-on-one or group training sessions. Our theme music provided by Mr. Taboo Timmons on SoundCloud at Mr. Taboo Timmons. Once again, thanks for listening and see you next week.